Hi, this is Durf from Brutalitopia, and I'm sitting down with quite a couple of people. I just kind of stumbled into this room, and there's a lot of folks. So if you guys don't mind going around the circle and introducing yourselves and what band you're from and all that jazz. We'll start with you, Vince.
I'm Vincent. I'm the singer for Howl.
I'm Jesse. I'm the bassist from Howl.
I'm Josh. I play guitar.
I'm Dick Wang. I also play guitar.
And I'm Nick. I play the drums.
Awesome. So you guys are all of Howl then?
Yeah,
so
this is the band, man.
Awesome. Well, that would have been a much better starting point. I am sitting down here in the green room of the Cobra Lounge with all of Howl, and so I guess, gentlemen, first things first. How's the tour going for you?
It's been awesome. We're on week 5, and yeah, I mean, we're still here. We're still alive, and at good times.
Yeah, like completely lost track of time at this point. I mean, like 2 shows away from the tour being over doesn't really feel any different than like 20 shows or 1 show or 10 shows. Like just kind of floating through at this point. And
I feel like we started tour like a year ago.
Yeah.
Like it really feels like we've been on tour for a fucking year.
Yeah, it's been like a snowball.
but it's been all awesome. So I mean,
Yeah, we miss Lord dying. We left them a few days ago in Portland, and hasn't been the same since they've left the tour.
Yeah, and so you guys only have a couple shows without them then, yeah?
Yeah, just making our way back.
They're great guys, hot guys.
Great hot guys.
Great
hot
sexy.
guys.
Yeah,
Hot,
Sexy
race.
and hot guys. Those are the ones to tour with.
Yeah, they're some of our favorite things.
Obviously.
Awesome. Well, so you guys just released earlier this year your new album Bloodlines, which has, on the internet, which is where I do all of my music shopping. It's definitely gotten a lot of great responses. So have you guys noticed that in the crowds who come out to see you guys play?
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of
People seem stoked.
People seem stoked. A lot of people dig it. Yeah, it's been great. It's been awesome.
Yeah, we wrote the record to kind of be played live, and that's what we've been playing a lot of on this tour. So the crowd's really been responding well to the new songs. So it's been awesome.
That's cool, and this new album was my first encounter with your music. I went back and listened to Full of Hell, and there definitely are a little bit of differences on the album. But talking about how this album was made to be played live, do you think that kind of do you find yourselves gaining new fans, like people just showing up for it's like, oh man, there's a metal band that's going to be in town, I guess I'll go see them, and then people are just kind of like, oh shit, like this is somebody I should listen to?
Yeah, I think it's been both. In my sense has been that there have been people that just come out because it's a metal show or they've heard about us, and then there's also people that specifically came out for us and or really liked the new record and wanted to see it live. So yeah, it's been a mix of both, I think.
There's also a lot of people are coming out because they want to see the sexy new members, because there's some really hot new members of the band.
Hot and ready.
Especially Dick Wang.
Sorry.
Well, no, I was just gonna say. I mean, because you mentioned like the new and the old. I mean, like there are some shows that are awesome where it's like the metal scene's great and it's like dudes with like Sodom back patches, and like you can talk about obscure metal bands all day long, and it's great that they are stoked on your music because they're like true metal fans, But then it's also cool playing in a place like Denver, where we played, where it was like a bar on the street, and like there were metal fans there, and there were other metal bands playing, and like they had fans there, but like it was a lot of people like just walking off the street, and like I think with music that is meant to be played live, and I think we put on a really good live show, like it was literally people like coming in that like totally weren't metal fans, and like we hear people literally say that, like yeah, like I don't even listen to metal.
You talked to that dude too?
Yeah,
man, in Denver. Yeah.
They had it in Rochester too.
There were a few occasions where people.
Yeah.
I mean,
You guys
to
get
me,
a
that's one of the best
lot of
compliments
non-metal
you can get.
fans?
Well, just like you said, just people that wouldn't necessarily like go to a metal show or like be into metal. Maybe they got dragged there or they worked there or something. And
Maybe they'd even feel different if they were playing the album, but being caught in the middle of our live set, hooked them in.
Gotten a lot of compliments.
That's very cool. So, just going off something that somebody said earlier, for anybody who's not familiar, who are the new members in the band?
The hot members?
The hot new members, right.
Well, young Jesse Carl Riley is a new member. This is his second tour with Howl.
I replaced Robert Ikaza, the former bass player, many would remember with the dreads. Great guy, I'm a friend with him still in Providence.
Very cool.
Yeah, we have a great relationship through that. He was actually one of the reasons I joined the band initially. I started the last tour and I'm on this one.
Excellent.
And
Excellent.
then, the young Nick Caston has replaced Timmy St. Amoulou on this tour.
Yeah.
Why did Timmy leave?
Our newest member.
Timmy was asked very diplomatically to stop trying to bring his wife on tour, and he I don't know, he chose the comfort of his bizarre codependent relationship with his wife over hanging out with his buds. So more power to him, and I wish them all the best in life.
Jonathan Hall is also a new member. It's his second tour. He plays rhythm guitar. Sometimes
Who?
he knows a fellow named Dick Wang.
Oh, okay. That's who I was introduced to. I was introduced to Dick Wang, so
Yes.
that other guy I didn't know.
That's just his
Dick
tour.
All right. Well, that's awesome. And you guys are all getting along just famously and enjoying the tour and just going out and playing your music. And
I mean, there's shit, you know. I mean, we'll get on each other's nerves. I mean, that's fucking part of tour. But I'll venture and say that because I'm the OG, the dude that's been part of Howl the longest, and I'll venture and say this is the most copacetic lineup yet.
Excellent.
In terms of people getting along, working together, helping each other out. So,
all right. Very cool. So where's the coolest place you guys have been on tour so far? / the craziest shit you guys have gotten into?
Was it Nova Scotia?
Nova Scotia?
Was that better than Denver?
Is that the Bahamas?
Oh, there was the Bahamas too.
Yeah.
That was
It's so hard to remember them all because I mean, it's like my memory only goes back a few days, but like Denver, but then there's also LA and there's also fucking Austin and
Yeah.
Yeah, LA was cool.
Philly
in
was
like
nuts.
yeah, in a non-nuts way, but very cool.
Nice. I don't mean to freak you out, man, but people died there. It's like there's an arrow
Yeah, I noticed
right there,
that.
like right to
Right,
you.
right.
Hey,
people
that's,
died.
oh
Yeah.
shit.
I mean,
Well, we all go.
Maybe it's on the
Maybe,
Cobra Lounge's couch.
it's just what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm like Bruce Willis in Sixth Sense.
Oh yeah, and we all can
Oh,
see
we're all
we're
just
all the
guys.
little kid. We're
Yeah.
all the
We're all
the
the
little
little
blonde kid.
They messed up the count then.
Yeah, speaking of death, rest in peace to Joey from I Hate God.
Yeah, cheer. That was
We got to play some shows with him a while ago, and he died. I think he died yesterday. So tonight there's going to be a block of 5 songs played, 5 I Hate God songs played by the DJ. And actually, also on this tour, a friend of mine in LA, who I was expecting to see, I heard from a friend he fell out of a 10-story window and died at 31. So so this one's for Rich too. Yeah.
definitely condolences on that, and then obviously Joey from I Hate God. Listeners in the metal community are definitely familiar with them. How much I saw on your guys' Facebook page a post about the DJ set for I Hate God after your guys' show. Did you guys have any input in the set list, or is that like a Cobra Lounge thing?
Oh yeah, no, that was Eddie.
Oh,
That was
awesome.
Eddie. But I think that's a fucking great idea.
Yeah, that was. It's always, it's definitely cool that people are willing to, honor a great musician like that to kind of put that kind of thing together. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
There's a lot of that in the metal community, actually, I think.
there is, man. Like it was just a few. I don't even think it was a couple months ago. It was still more like weeks ago that Jeff Hanneman from Slayer died, and I know that there was a lot of. I don't think there was a tour that week that didn't play, Raining Blood or another Slayer track to kind of honor him. So
Dime's birthday was just like last week.
Dime's birthday was just a couple weeks ago. Yeah, a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And that's still just. I mean, that was like, I don't know about you guys, but that was like the first time it really hit home to me, like some like metal artist that I really grew up just like adoring that was just like gone, like, and that fucking sucked.
Man, for me, it still feels like Dio died yesterday.
I remember that. I was working in a warehouse when that happened. I had a guy who was like a huge just Black Sabbath fan. I was like, "Hey, Terry, you're having a rough day today." And he's like, "No, why?" I had to tell him, and he took it really hard.
Right.
On to just a little bit brighter topics. What are you guys working on? What's next for you guys? Obviously, Bloodlines just came out earlier this year. Is there new music in the pipeline, or kind of just going with the flow and doing the touring thing? What are you guys up to?
Touring's on the map for right now.
Yeah, touring's on the map.
Touring on the map.
Touring's on the map. We're
Touring
doing
on
this,
the
then
map.
we're home
Map.
for a little bit. We're home for
About a month.
and then we're doing a direct support slot with Ringworm. It's going to be mostly East Coast dates.
Call the Void.
And call the Void, and then after that, there's some talk. There's something brewing about maybe another U.S. tour or maybe Europe. So, but I think it's important for us to go out and promote Bloodlines, and I think shortly thereafter we'll start working on some new stuff. I think we'd like to get something out in not too long. Keep the momentum up.
Very cool. Very cool. So with touring being on the map, is there on the map?
On the map.
On the map.
Tours on the map.
Tours on the map.
On the map.
Is there a band working right now, or a couple of bands that would be like a dream tour for you guys? I mean, it could be for like exposure-wise, or just because like holy shit, like playing with these guys would be an honor. Like, is there a band that like gets all of you guys going at the same time?
It's always fun to tour with your friends. We've got a lot of friends in metal bands. Some bigger than others, or more touring than others. But like, that's like the most awesome thing to me is touring with guys that you can get along with and have fun with. Hopefully they can draw some people too. But that's what it's all about, man. Touring the map with your buds, hanging
Toxic
down.
Holocaust is a band that we're friends with. That would be awesome to tour with. I'd love to tour Skeleton Witch,
Yeah.
Black Dahlia Murder, Lamb of God.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Oh man, that Taylor Swift Howl co-headlining bill, that would
Yeah.
be
There's at least one member of the band that
Playing
would
Red
just shit his pants if we did that.
you gotta tell me which member that is.
I'm gonna let you guess. Would just.
Come on, pick one, don't
It's gotta be Nick, right? Right?
You wouldn't believe how much this dude not like in a oh yeah, Taylor Swift, like in a joking manner, like actually likes Taylor Swift.
Oh, so I was right. Like,
This is Nick.
oh, I'm sorry.
This is Josh.
Josh, I'm
You
sorry.
met
All right.
him.
You know what I mean?
So you mean this guy? Yeah.
Right, I did mean Nick. Yeah, I got names mixed up. Sorry. So yeah, Josh.
Yes.
I'll change my answer, but yeah.
I'm a sucker for female pop stars.
I'm not
Alright.
He also enjoys Selena Gomez, I believe.
She's on my iPod. Yeah.
Did you see the internet video of the Taylor Swift song with the goat?
Yes.
That was like my
I
favorite
loved
thing
it.
ever. It was amazing.
I loved it. Yeah, my world got blown there. Last year in the van, I saw a video of Taylor Swift performing with Tegan and Sarah, and it was like,
Heard about that. So now, who do you guys think would have a bigger like brain like fucking explosion? Taylor Swift fans at a Howl show, or Howl fans at a Taylor Swift show?
Taylor Swift fans at a Howl show.
I would hope. I mean,
How fans of the Taylor Swift show would have a
oh man.
romance.
They would be too busy trying to
Taylor Swift fans are a little bit
Squeeze
more
all the,
open-minded than you guys
16-year-olds.
are giving them credit.
I don't know.
I don't know. I see all the scary metalhead dudes in my band are scared when I put on Red in the band, so I don't know.
Oh man.
It's just a little too poppy, man.
No such thing.
No such thing.
So I guess that kind of segues pretty well. It's like, speaking of Red, not really, but like that came out this year. So are there what albums from this year are you guys all digging on? Like what's
There's an album we listened to I didn't even think it was one time. It was half a time in the van. It was called Everblack.
Oh,
Yeah, we
listen to Everblack from the new Black Dahlia record a lot. We've been listening to this
Pyres record.
Yeah, this
You're
band that we
Asleep.
played with in Toronto called Pyres,
Mm-hmm.
and they put out I believe it's like an EP, but it's
like
fucking
6 songs.
6 songs. It's fucking awesome. We've been listening to the shit out of that. What else? New Skeleton Witches. We're looking forward to that. That should be great.
You guys heard that yet? No?
Yeah, it's
One of us
it's
has.
awesome.
One of us has.
You're not sharing, Josh?
Josh is
No.
good buds with Evan, the bass player.
Oh, cool.
I've been listening to a lot of the new Ramming Speed,
Yeah.
Due to Destroy, Destined to Die, the Revocation self-titled that just came out.
Your Revocation, I've heard that. It's
Then
pretty good.
Gypsy Hawk and Holy Grail are two bands that I'm really stoked on that put out albums. I think at the beginning of this year, it might be in the last year, but those like 5 have been rotating on my phone constantly.
Alright.
So you've been a little Dillinger?
Yeah,
Still
Dillinger.
Records.
It's fucking awesome.
Another band from Boston, Razor Maze. They just
Oh,
put
yeah.
out a new record, which fucking rules. So.
That's
A
sick.
couple of these bands, Pyres, Razor Maze, I've never heard of, so I'm pretty stoked to
Check 'em
go
out.
check
Yeah,
those
dude,
out.
yeah.
I've always loved.
bands, dude. Oh man, we played with a band in so it was L.A. Ex Mortis.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
those guys.
Yeah? Wow, we got a
Wow.
reaction from
Ex
everybody.
Mortis.
Ex Mortis, fucking
I'm
fantastic.
sure that they'll be huge in no time. They just got signed with prosthetics, so.
Oh, alright.
Yeah. And these were pretty fucking good last night.
Yeah,
Boys
Boys
and
and Slaves.
Yeah,
they were
I
awesome.
think they were Kentucky.
Yeah, you could.
There's some serious. I mean, obviously, this thrash revival. It's just it's just fucking springing up everywhere.
And I tell you what, man, there's a lot of this thrash revival that, and as blasphemous as this may be, I enjoy a lot more than the original, because I
Totally.
never really got into like the big like Tool was my gateway into metal, not
Right.
like Metallica and
Right.
Slayer, and
Right.
obviously I after that I love like listening to like Master of Puppets and Christ Illusion, stuff like that, but it was always like the more proggy, like thicker stuff than the thrash. This thrash revival that's going on is just, it's fucking crazy. So I agree.
There's a lot of talent going around.
Especially Holy Grail, like Nick mentioned earlier. I think it's just
Yeah, power thrash.
Fucking awesome, man.
You guys listen to the new Gorguts yet?
Gorgeous.
All right, Gorguts, I definitely recommend. Evidently, their last album was like 13 years ago, and that was when I was like 13,
Yeah,
so I
Carcass.
missed it.
That's another good thrash album that just came out.
What's up?
Carcass.
Oh, Carcass has a new album, Surgical
Yeah.
Steel. I haven't heard that one
sick,
yet.
dude.
Is it really?
Yeah,
So good. They didn't miss a beat, man.
So how does it, like, how do you guys kind of feel when you look and like, metal is kind of, it's back. Like, this is a golden age, to steal a cliched phrase, of metal. Like, this is probably the best time for metal to be alive and flourishing. Like, how does that make you guys feel playing in that? Like, it's exciting, right?
It's like a golden shower of golden bands.
Alright, so
It is. It's, yeah.
but it's better than getting. Well, I mean, I don't want to take away from anybody's. Like,
Sometimes it
preferences.
feels like you're getting pissed on, but I mean, like, in the end, it's all pretty enjoyable.
I mean, I can't imagine playing metal in the 90s. That.
Right. Like,
well, what kind of metal? I mean, it depends on who you were.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. I mean, it's it's still hard work, and it's still going out there and having to prove yourself. And I mean, even for us, we've had I guess 2 full-length releases and an EP, and we're on a reputable label. But it's still about touring and getting your name out there. And there seems to be an upward lift for us and for metal in general, and that's awesome. But yeah, I mean, even though this is a great time for metal, it doesn't necessarily mean that you can kind of just like form a band and ride the wave and you're good. It's still about a lot of hard work, I think. So
it is really refreshing to see a lot more metal themed, not only like bars and venues, but just like restaurants and places that hang out in the cities that we visit. And that's like it's really awesome to see like gatherings of people and to see like the metal scene in any given city.
Yeah, I went to a brewery in Denver called True Brewing, and it was
I know True.
Dude, incredible,
Fucking
awesome. So awesome.
I'm sure you've been to St. Midas in Brooklyn.
I've never been to Brooklyn.
Oh,
yeah, wow.
If you ever go,
If I ever go, I have been to Three Floyds in Munster, Indiana, and they actually did some work with I Hate God and brewing a beer. They've got a beer with High on Fire that's coming out soon. They've done things with Take the
Distillery
Store.
has a beer that came out in Austin.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, called Iron Swan.
that's fucking killer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
What
think
brewery did that in Austin?
I don't know. Austin has so many now.
Yeah. That's where we're both from.
Oh, cool.
So, same place the sword is from.
nice. But I think you guys are right. That like the culture of metal is definitely on a bit of an upswing. Like it's not just the music; it's bars playing playing metal music from Sabbath to the Sword to like Anal Nathrak and like all this crazy shit that you would never really think that was going to be getting played in public, and it's out there. So it's an exciting time for you guys because like obviously it's a lot of hard work, and you got to go out there and you got to write the music that people want to hear and then go out there and perform it, but it's fun, right? Like you guys are enjoying it.
Of course. Hell yeah. Being in a metal band is fucking awesome. And I think maybe it's a little bit of a sign of the times too. I mean, the world is kind of a fucked up place, right now, and maybe that informs a little bit about why people are attracted to metal and kind of what it does for them and how it the aesthetic and how it charges people or gives them an outlet, or that they're interested or in some way feel comforted by the outlet of aggression, so and it's certainly a community of people that I enjoy being part of and feel connected to. So.
Shit is going down outside.
Oh yeah,
that's just Chicago.
That's
man.
just-
Like, there's
that's-
signs all the way. Like, that's just Chicago.
You guys got quite the murder rate here.
We do, and it's scary, and
That's pretty bad.
it sucks sometimes, and it's
And handguns are banned within your city limits. So what does that say about banning handguns?
it sounds like you think it doesn't work. And I was actually talking about this with my brother who just moved here, and how it doesn't work because the places where I don't know. Now we're getting to a political discussion, but I mean, if you guys want to talk about handgun regulations, we can. That would be something that I don't know that our listeners have ever really delved into. But
Put it all on the table.
I mean, that's really all I got, man. Like, I appreciate all you guys taking the time to sit down and chat with me. And if there's anything you guys want to plug other than your new record, Bloodlines, which everyone should go out and listen to right now.
Go check out the dates on our Facebook for the Ringworm tour.
Yeah, touring with Ringworm and
Go check out Lord Dying.
Oh,
Lord
yeah, dude.
Dying. Fucking awesome.
Lord Dying, Dar Boys, they deserve all
Incredible
respect.
band.
All right, well, so go check out Lord Dying and check out the dates for the Howl Ringworm tour, which I'm sure is just going to be a fucking hell of a run.
yeah.
And that's pretty much that's all I got. And so if nobody else has anything, this has been Durf from Brutalitopia, and catch you next time. Hail Satan!